Hey there, fellow taxpayers. Let's talk about GST goods and services tax. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Think of it like a simplified tax system for everything you buy. GST is a consumption-based tax. This means you pay tax on what you consume, not on your income. It's applied to most goods and services sold within a country. The beauty of GST is that it replaces a bunch of old, confusing taxes. Remember those days of deciphering sales tax, VAT and excise duty? Well, GST streamlines it all into one neat package. Many countries have already embraced the GST life. Canada, Australia and New Zealand are just a few examples. India hopped on board in 2017, marking a major tax reform. Now let's break down this GST beast. Imagine a product going on a little journey from the manufacturer to the retailer and finally to you, the eager consumer. At each stage there's a value addition, and that's where GST comes in. It's like a small toll booth along the way. The cool part, businesses get to claim credit for the GST they've already paid. This prevents taxes from piling up unnecessarily. India spices things up with different flavors of GST, CGST, SGST, IGST, and UTGST. Think of them as regional variations of the same tax. CGST goes to the central government, SGST to the state government, and IGST applies to interstate transactions. UTGST, as the name suggests, is for the union territories. Hold on, we're not done yet. GST comes in different slabs or rates. Essential goods might have a lower rate, like 5%. Luxury items, on the other hand, might fall under a higher slab, say 18% or even 28%. Fuel, unfortunately, often gets a bit of special treatment and might not be fully under the GST umbrella. So how does this GST thing affect you? Well, if you're a business owner above a certain turnover, you'll need to register for GST. Don't worry, it's not as daunting as it seems. You'll get a unique GST identification number, and you'll need to file regular returns, usually online. Think of these returns as your GST report card. You tell the government how much GST you've collected and how much you've paid. It's all about transparency, folks. Now let's talk benefits. Remember that cascading tax effect we talked about earlier? GST helps eliminate that, making things cheaper for everyone. It also simplifies the tax system, making life easier for businesses. And hey, increased transparency means less room for shady business. Of course, no system is perfect. GST has faced its fair share of criticism, particularly during its initial rollout. Some argue that it's still too complex, especially for small businesses. Others say it hasn't quite lived up to its promise of lower prices. The good news is that governments are constantly working to iron out the kinks and make GST smoother for everyone. They're listening to feedback, simplifying processes, and trying to make the system more user-friendly. So there you have it. GST in a nutshell. It's a work in progress, but it's a step towards a more transparent and efficient tax system. If you're looking for more information, don't hesitate to consult with a tax professional. They're the real GST gurus. And hey, if you've got any GST experiences you'd like to share, good, bad, or just plain confusing, feel free to leave a comment below. We're all in this tax maze together.